Dead hangs, where you hang from a bar and let your body sink down as dead weight, are so beneficial that they can improve your life functionally in many ways. And believe it or not, there is one scenario where you wouldn't want to do these, where they wouldn't benefit you. So in this video, I'm going to explain and demonstrate everything you need to know about the dead hang. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Minus the Gym. I'm Ryan, for anyone new. And this channel is all about bodyweight fitness that you can do just about anywhere to improve your life. And dead hangs are one of those exercises. And what I want to start with is how to properly do a dead hang and really all the benefits that you're going to experience, right? And then we'll go into other things like how to add resistance and why you'd want to do that, how they compare to active hangs, and so on. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get beneath a bar. This has to be something that you can safely hang from, by the way. But you want to reach up and with about a shoulder width grip, grab onto the bar, and then go ahead and just let your body weight sink down. Now, hopefully you have a bar low enough that you can hold onto it and still have your feet on the ground, especially as a beginner. But if the bar is really high, then you might want to use a chair or something at first to reach up there and step off the chair to get into the hang. But once you're hanging, just let your body weight sink down. And what you're going to notice is as your head lowers down and your shoulders elevate, eventually your ears will be right around shoulder level. And that's when you know that you're in a nice deep dead hang. What you should experience at this point is a good stretch, right? In your shoulders, in your lats along the sides of your back, in your serratus, right? So the lats are on the back, serratus along the rib cage. And you should feel a nice stretch there. And that's one of the main benefits of doing dead hangs. Now, I mentioned the grip. When you grip the bar and you get into a dead hang, that's actually where the majority of the strength building is going to happen. So one of the main benefits you're going to experience is an increase in grip strength, right? The forearms, around the wrists, the hands, all of that over time is going to strengthen. And also I mentioned you're feeling a deep stretch in the lats, the serratus, just pretty much all along your upper body, and you're going to not only improve your flexibility, but your blood circulation will improve as well from that improved flexibility. Also, as you're hanging there on the bar, you're naturally going to activate your core and deep stabilizers to prevent your body from swinging. So you're activating your core. You're also going to be experiencing what's called spinal decompression, because as gravity is pulling your body down, your spine is actually lengthening a little bit. It's decompressing and the vertebrae are just trying to pull apart because of gravity. Now, on the topic of spinal decompression, that's actually a good point for me to mention who shouldn't do dead hangs, all right, or who should be cautious with them. Because you see, although it's beneficial for most people to decompress the spine and lengthen the spine, it's going to improve your posture and it's going to even make you a little taller if you've lost some height because of spinal compression. There are people out there who have discs that are unstable, okay? And that instability in the spine is actually giving them back pain. And if they start doing dead hangs thinking that the dead hang is going to help them, they might actually make their instability worse, because by decompressing the spine, you're going to increase the gap between the vertebrae and lead to more instability. So just be aware that if you're experiencing back pain, I recommend going to a chiropractor or an orthopedic, getting an x-ray and actually finding out what's causing your back pain. Don't just start hanging on a bar thinking that that's going to be a one-size-fits-all solution, even though some people on social media will say that. All right, but I'm going to put right here on the screen really quick all of the benefits that I just mentioned and maybe a few others that I'm not thinking about at the moment, because there are a lot of benefits to dead hangs and I want you to see that and to know what they are. Okay, and now I want to mention how a dead hang actually differs from an active hang, so you know what the difference is and when you'd want to use active hangs. So when you're in a dead hang and you're hanging there as dead weight and your head is down by your shoulders because your shoulders are elevated, what you do here if you want to activate is you engage the muscles of your upper back, start squeezing your shoulder blades together and pulling down, and you're going to notice that your head just naturally raises up above the shoulders. And that's the beginning of a pull-up. If you were to do a pull-up from a dead hang, the very first step is that scapular activation that puts you into an active hang. And from there you start pulling from the lats and the biceps, bending at the elbows, and then you would raise up to the bar in a pull-up. You can do active hangs at any point in a pull-up. It can be like halfway up, or it can be at the very top doing a bent arm hang, but the active hang that I typically refer to is when you're at the bottom and you're just above a dead hang, activating the scapula. So what's the main difference here? Well, when you do an active hang, all that gravity pulling down is now being worked against not just by your grip strength, but by muscles in your back, in your rear delts and everything, right? All the pulling muscles that would do a pull-up are now activated. So you're losing some of the benefit of a dead hang because you're no longer decompressing the spine a lot and getting that deep stretch in all the different muscles. But you still have some of the benefits like your core activation, right? Now you're strengthening more of the muscles of your back. So it's not to say that active hangs are a bad thing. I'm just saying that they're different from dead hangs and you're not gonna get the same benefits. And I didn't want this video to be too focused on active hangs, so I'm not gonna go too much further into that, but just know that active hangs are great if you're on your pull-up journey. So if you're working towards your first pull-up, then absolutely incorporate active hangs as part of your routine. But if you're watching this video just curious about how dead hangs can help you, then know that that activation is going to remove some of the benefits. Now, what about adding resistance? The reason why you'd want to add resistance to the dead hang is mainly to build more grip strength and to increase that deep stretch, right? There's more load, more gravity pulling down on you, so you're gonna get a deeper stretch and more strength requirement from the grip. So how you can do this is you can hang from one arm. And you do that by simply hanging on your bar and then very carefully removing one hand from the bar and just hanging, all your dead weight with one arm. And make sure you do both sides, of course, because if you don't, you could wind up a little lopsided. Now, another way to increase the resistance on your dead hangs is to wear a weight vest, or you can use a backpack and put a bunch of stuff in the backpack for weight. But however you want to do it, I personally have a weight vest, so I'll just slap that on and then hang from a bar. And it's doing the same thing. But the nice thing about the weight vest or backpack is that you can do both arms, right? So you're symmetrically working in a normal two-arm dead hang like you usually would, but you just have more weight on you. And guys, make sure you have fun with this. Like, get into a dead hang whenever you can, just around the house or outside, out in public. As long as it's safe, just jump up there and have some fun with it. And I recommend 1 or 2 sets a day, done close to failure. That's all you need, is just 1 or 2 a day. It's one of those exercises where a little bit every day goes a long way. All right, so once you have a safe place to hang from, hopefully you start implementing these as long as you're not experiencing any unknown back pain, and you get all the benefits of dead hangs, all right? If I helped you out, please hit that like button because that signals to YouTube that I did a good job. Make sure you subscribe as well and stay tuned for my future videos, and I will see you in the next one.